You are settling in for the night, the remote in your hand, scrolling through the endless grid of streaming apps on your smart TV. You find a new, free application promising a relaxing fireplace screensaver or a collection of classic movies. You click download, blindly accept the terms and conditions, and lean back into the couch. The screen flickers to life, and you feel the quiet comfort of a relaxing evening at home. But as the digital fire crackles, you are completely unaware that you didn't just install a screensaver, you just turned your television into a silent digital accomplice. Welcome to the Subtext Project. Over the past 24 hours, security researchers have uncovered the terrifying scale of a massive, quiet hijacking taking place in our living rooms. Free applications are secretly turning always-on smart TVs, streaming sticks, and mobile devices into exit nodes for a global proxy network. To understand why this is happening, you have to understand the new gold rush of the digital age, artificial intelligence, and the massive data brokers that feed it. Artificial intelligence models are incredibly hungry. To become smart, to learn how to write, code, and mimic human thought, they must consume mountains of data. They need to read every article, scan every image, and scrape every forum on the internet. But the internet does not like to be scraped. When major web servers, protected by massive enterprise defense systems, see thousands of automated requests coming from a single, centralized data center, they drop the hammer. They recognize the robotic behavior. They block the data center's IP address. They lock the doors. The data brokers realized that to get the data, they couldn't look like an army of machines sitting in a server farm. They had to look like you. Your home internet connection carries a profound level of inherent trust. To a web server, a residential IP address means there is a real, breathing human being sitting behind the keyboard. So, the proxy companies found a way to weaponize that trust. These companies are harvesting the background bandwidth of millions of unsuspecting users. They route massive amounts of web scraping traffic right through your home network. When you installed that free streaming app, a hidden software development kit, an SDK, slipped in alongside it. It doesn't break your television. It doesn't steal your credit card numbers or lock your screen with a glowing red ransom demand. Instead, it steals something far more subtle yet incredibly lucrative: your internet connection and your digital identity. To the outside world, it looks like your home IP address is the one aggressively scraping websites. It looks like your living room is downloading massive data sets, evading anti-bot protections, and knocking on locked digital doors. The AI companies get their data. The app developers get paid a monthly fee by the proxy brokers for providing the access, and you are left holding the bag. Your trusted home network is being rented out to the highest bidder, acting as a digital mask for corporate data miners, all while you sit mere feet away watching a movie. The appliances you bought for entertainment are quietly working a second job in the shadows. But the mechanics of this parasite are even more insidious than a simple background process. Let's look under the hood. When your television goes to sleep, the proxy software wakes up. It reaches out to a command server, asking for its marching orders. And it does this with a shocking lack of security. Researchers who reverse engineered these proxy SDKs discovered that their communication tunnels often have no message signing, no authentication, and no device attestation. It is a wide open backdoor, engineered with less security than typical, malicious, command and control malware. And if you think your home virtual private network is protecting you, think again. The architects of these SDKs are cunning. On certain operating systems, the proxy software is designed to bypass your configured VPN entirely. The relay tunnel binds straight to the physical network interface of your device. It routes right around your encrypted tunnel, exposing your true underlying home IP address to the open internet. The sheer volume of data flowing through your wall mount is staggering. The configuration files hidden deep within these applications allow for massive data caps. While you sleep, the television in your living room could be silently pushing up to 200 gigabytes of traffic a month. In some regions of the world, the limits are entirely removed. The device is cleared to relay data relentlessly, completely unmetered, treating your home broadband like a limitless corporate data pipe, running until the device's memory is choked or the battery is drained. You might be thinking, it is just data. It is just bandwidth. What is the real harm? Furthermore, this infrastructure is a slippery slope into the true criminal underground. While some of these proxy networks operate in a gray area of legally dubious consent screens, the exact same architecture is being aggressively leveraged by the darkest corners of the web. Threat actors use these same types of residential proxies to launch devastating credential stuffing attacks, mask the origins of phishing campaigns, and bypass geographical restrictions. Security analysts recently tracked massive botnets operating completely hidden inside off-brand Android TV boxes that came infected straight from the factory. The supply chain itself has been compromised. Once a device in your home becomes an exit node, you have fundamentally surrendered control of what your network is broadcasting to the world. But you do not have to be a silent participant in this digital harvest. You can take back control of your network. Your first line of defense is a relentless skepticism of the word free. We must unlearn the idea that software comes without a cost. If an application is entirely free, you are not the customer. Your bandwidth, your data, and your digital identity are the product. The developers are monetizing your connection. They often disguise this in the fine print, framing it as a choice. Would you like to enjoy an ad-free experience? Simply agree to share a small amount of your idle network resources. It sounds harmless. It is a trap. Stick exclusively to well-known, reputable streaming services. Rigorously audit the applications installed on your smart TVs, streaming sticks, and mobile phones. If you don't recognize an app, or if it is a generic utility you haven't used in months, delete it immediately. But deleting the app is often not enough, because the software leaves ghosts behind. You must harden the perimeter. Consider diving into your router's analytics to monitor your network traffic. If your television is uploading gigabytes of data in the middle of the night while the screen is black, you have a parasite in your living room. A legitimate streaming app has no business running a server from your wall mount. You need to sever the communication lines at the root. Network-level blocking tools like a Pi-hole or a secure DNS service are incredibly effective at blinding these proxy networks. By configuring your router to act as a digital sinkhole, you can block the specific web addresses and domains these SDKs use to receive their instructions. You trap the software in a cage. The television can still stream your movies, but the proxy software is entirely cut off from its command server, screaming into the void. Finally, implement strict network segmentation. Your smart TV, your smart refrigerator, and your connected doorbell should never sit on the same network as the computer you use to access your financial records. By placing your Internet of Things devices on an isolated guest network or a dedicated virtual local area network, you ensure that even if your television is compromised, the parasite cannot crawl laterally across your home to infect your primary life. The conveniences we invite into our homes are evolving. The glowing screens that entertain us are slowly being repurposed by an industry desperate for data. They are relying on your apathy. They are relying on the fact that you will click accept without reading the fine print. They are counting on you to fall asleep while the television watches the internet. Check your traffic. Audit your applications. Segment your networks. Because tonight, the screen you are watching might just be working for someone else. Stay vigilant. And remember, the subtext is always there, waiting to be read. If you liked this episode, please consider subscribing to support the channel. Stay curious, stay safe, and question the signals. Until next time, this is the Subtext Project.